should have brought my carp rods. Carp just chucked itself out. You might have even seen it. A few hundred yards down the bank there, maybe a couple hundred yards. Right, but I'm pike fishing today. Oh, that's annoying. First things first, gonna feed some chunks of fish in this corner. And I'll tell you what we're doing today. Maybe we should be carp fishing. Nothing gets you excited about like seeing fish jump. I know we're pike fishing, but seeing a carp hoy itself out early November, that's pretty mint. So first rod going in is going to be a float rig with one of my crazy floats on, and a bit of the bluey section at the moment. I can always make that smaller if I want to. Don't really know what's in here. I'll explain a bit more about that later, but yeah, I've tested the depths and things. We've got about 9 or 10 foot just off that tree there, which looks good to me. My second rod is going to be a popped up mackerel, quite a big bait for a small pond like this, but you never know what's down there, so I might as well give it a try. And the reason I'm popping it up is because, as you can see, you know, we're well into autumn, if not winter. There are leaves everywhere, they're going to be all over the lake bed. So that just popped up the length of a trace above all that should really present well, and I'm not going to cast this around as much, so yeah, I want it well presented all the time it's out there. That's me all set up, so welcome to the DanGoesOutdoors YouTube channel. If you're new around here, ever think about subscribing. I put out videos most Sunday mornings, not every Sunday morning, but usually there's one there. We're getting a bite already. A lot of fish in this corner. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys have been really waiting for the pike fishing videos. Some of you will have seen this thumbnail and gone, ah, he's pike fishing. I know it. I do it myself when I follow other guys on YouTube. But yeah, really happy to be out doing it. I've waited a long time, and yeah, it feels right now. It was like 3 degrees when I woke up this morning. So that is proper pike weather, really cold. And just, yeah, get that autumn out of the way. Get the barbelling out of my system, although I probably will do a bit more. And today I'm on this small pond, but you've seen me carp fish it a few times. I've caught quite a lot of carp from it, but you just hear the odd rumour of pike being in places, and some people say there's a few, some people say there's none. And I was going to do the rivers today, but they're up by like 3 meters, or at least they were yesterday. So I'm going to let that pass, and I'm going to come do a bit of exploring on this little pond. Just see what happens, but it's a lovely winter's day to be out. Yeah, buzzing. I think the float's moving. Oh yeah. Such a decent pike. Well, that did not take long. I thought it was a bigger pike, but that first run was so strong. Oh, lovely, my first pike from this pond. Well, my first pike from this pond, and yeah, I'm really happy to catch this one. I have actually caught a few pike this year, like since pike season, but I've caught them carp fishing or spinning, so a bit of a weird one. But I can see one of the hooks, so we know it's not deep hooked, which is, of course, the benefits to striking early, not giving them a ridiculous amount of time with the bait. Here it is, only a small one, but a good start. And that first run was insane. I thought I'd like got a double or something straight away. Brilliant. Yeah, quite good colours considering the pond's so murky. Nice. Let's get it back. Okay, let's put the old dick biter back. So funny when that happened. Off you go, mate. Yeah. I'm gonna put this same bait back out. Quite like a bait after it's had a fish on it. It's all sort of loosened up and the skin's broken. Loads of blood and oil coming out of it. Well, it's gone a bit quiet here. It's about an hour and a half since I caught that fish, and this corner's gone a bit dead. You know, there were loads of small fish topping, being chased by pike, and it looked like a nice deep snaggy corner. But yeah, it's died, and I'm seeing more activity further down, kind of where I saw that carp show earlier. So I think what I'm going to do is wind in, walk over there, have a look, see if there's a nice swim I can fish near where I'm seeing them, and if so, probably have a move. No surprise, I am gonna try around there. Unfortunately, I've got to walk the long way around, even though it's only a few pegs to my right, there's a fallen tree. I could get under it on my own, but with all this stuff I'm not gonna be able to. So yeah, I have to walk the long way around, which means I've done like 2 laps of the lake already. But what's new for me? Good bit of exercise. All set up in my new swim. I'm sticking with the tactics I was using before. It's got a float fish bluey on the right hand rod, popped up mackerel on the left hand rod, and we'll give that about an hour, then we might change things up a bit. The mackerel might end up not getting popped up because it doesn't seem to be as much leaf litter as I thought, but we'll give it a go. Still some small fish topping. When I got in the swim, there was a bit of a pike strike out there. Yeah, pretty confident. It's recast time. I'm going to take my ledger bait and chuck it a fair bit further out. I'm still seeing pike strikes, but yeah, they're a lot further out, so I need to get over there. I'm going to take the pop-up off, cut the head off a mackerel so more blood comes out of it, and it's a more compact bait, so it should fly further. And yeah, hopefully get it out to where I'm seeing fish. well, another small one, and another one on the floatfish bay. It's funny, about 10 minutes ago I saw a big explosion a bit further out, so it took me a couple of goes, but I whipped the float rig out there, kind of, there's an overhanging tree that I needed to get it round, and I clipped the branches and I thought, oh god, is that presented? But I figured might as well leave it, and sure enough we've got one. Small one, but it's another one. There we go. Tiny bit bigger than the first one, I think, but still basically the same. Nice and over in here though. Surely there's bigger. If there's ones like this, there must be bigger ones. Let's get it back. Since I've caught 2 fish on it now, might as well show you the rig. It's a fairly normal pike float fishing rig. So since we're on a still water, I've got on kind of like a waggler type float, as in it attaches at the bottom so it waggles on the line. This is a float that my friend's got me, like a joke fishing starter kit, but actually I looked at the float and thought that looks really good for pike fishing, so I've been using it and catching quite a few fish on it. And yeah, bead above it that stops the float from going over the stop knot that we've tied up the line a little bit over depth, so that we can see sea bites really easily, because I like to have a float just slightly cocked, so if a fish picks the bait up and lifts the weight, it lies flat, and if it goes under, obviously we know that's a take as well, so just sort of half cocked is how I like it. Bead below the float just to stop it banging against the weight, and then a weight that just matches up to the size of the float, just left free running. You can make them fix over the swivel, but I like to just have it running, you know. Everyone talks about pike as being sensitive to resistance, so even on a float rig, I like to have that able to move. And then a trace, about 18 inches of good strong 30-pound wire, a couple of trebles on the end there. I quite like to cover them in red sleeves. I think it adds to the attraction, you know, helps me pick the bait out when I'm reeling it in, so I'm sure the fish can see it as well. And I've just been baiting that with small saltwater dead baits. Both the fish have come bluey so far, but I'm sure that would have taken a herring or a mackerel as well. So yeah, we'll stick another bait on, whap it back out there. I'm just going to have a move again. It stands to reason that if I keep trying to cast further, then maybe I should just go around to the other bank and cast from there, where it'll be easier, because the pike strikes do seem to be getting further away from me. I'm gonna have one last recast, then I'll probably have about another half an hour, 40 minutes, then it'll be dark. getting dark now and the rain is setting in as well. So I think I'm going to knock it on the head there. Great to come and catch a pike from a new water. God, look at this rain now. 2 of them as well, you know. Nice fish, really good to catch at. First one fought really hard. But this is my sign to go home. Hope you enjoyed it. There will be more pike fishing to come. I'll get out on the rivers, on bigger lakes. Maybe I'll come back here because an angler just left and gave me a bit of a tip that there are some good ones in here if he's to be believed, you know. But we'll see. I'll make my own mind up. Right, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more to come, and I'll see you next time.